All right, we're back in the kitchen one more time. Y'all know we are cooking with Miss Lacey. Guess what? Today we are doing another dish that you've not seen before. This is actually Miss Lacey's baked spaghetti. So she's gonna show y'all what she does when she does her spaghetti.
Good afternoon, guys. You're cooking with Miss Lacey. We are doing baked spaghetti today, and I have my own little twist, my own little thing I like to do. And as we go through this, I'll be talking with you guys, letting you know what I'm doing step by step. So the first thing I'm gonna be doing is putting some sausage in the pan with my ground beef. And I'm also gonna use my onions and peppers, a little bit of minced garlic, and some fresh mushrooms. My mushrooms have already been sliced. I like buying the whole ones and slicing myself, because to me they are fresher. So I choose to use the whole ones and slice them myself. And I have a little ragu here. And of course, you guys already know I love to use my chicken bouillon to season my noodles. We do not do plain noodles. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and shake a little bit of this in my water as it boils. So I can be getting that ready for my noodles. Probably about 3 tablespoons is what I just did. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and put a half a roll of this ground beef, because it's just gonna be a few people eating, so I don't need the whole roll. I'm gonna do about half. You're already here. My pan is already ready. And I do season my ground beef as it cooks. I don't just wait to the end to season my spaghetti. I season it as I go, because I like for my spaghetti to have lots of flavor. Go ahead and drop my sausage in there so they can all cook together. I'll let this all cook down together. Stir this up a little bit. Let that mix well. Incorporate the vegetables in with the meats so it can cook down. That's smelling good already, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of seasoning on my meat, which is some black pepper, the coarse black pepper, a little bit of salt, accent, a little bit, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon, 1/4. I'll go ahead and put some oregano in there to get the Italian flavor in my beef. Some Italian flakes also. Stir it a little bit more, just to mix it around in there. Let it cook down. And while this is cooking down, I'm gonna go ahead and break my noodles. I'm just gonna drop a little bit of canola oil in here, just so the noodles won't stick. That's it. That's the only reason. And while they're boiling, I'm gonna go back to my meat and go ahead and add my minced garlic in here. You're eating spaghetti, Italian food, you have to have garlic. Just a little bit. I know some people don't really care about it, but I really like garlic. And it's good for you. As you can see, most of all of the pink is gone. So my meat is cooking very well. And it won't be too much longer. And I'll be draining all the juice off of this. You want to make sure your ground beef is well done. And also your sausage. You can use beef sausage, pork sausage, chicken sausage, a combination, whatever you like.
Deer sausage.
Yes, deer sausage. You can use ground pork and ground beef. It's all in what you like. And you probably say, oh, she haven't put the mushrooms in yet and the meat is done. Well, that's okay. Once I drain all of the grease off of this, that's when I will incorporate my mushrooms, because they're gonna cook here with the meat, and also when I add the sauce, and also in the oven. And I don't want my mushrooms to shrink so bad, so I'm gonna put them in as late as I can. But I still want them to get all of the flavors of the meat and the different seasonings that I put in my ground beef. Okay, this does not have a lot of grease in it, a lot of juice in it, so it won't take long for it to drain. Probably wondering why I have the water running, because I am pouring this hot liquid down the sink. And it has a little grease in it, so I just want the grease to keep on rolling. I don't want to stop my pipes up. And I will not wash my pan out, because all of this drippings from the flavor of the meat and stuff is still in my pan, so I still want those flavors there. Now, like I said, I am putting my mushrooms in now, and I'm gonna stir that around a little bit. See how that works? They start to render down already. My pan's still nice and hot, so I'm gonna add my sauce. On it low so it don't splatter everywhere. And I just have the meat flavor. I usually like to use the chunky style, but y'all know how I do. Sometimes I like to just use what I have in-house in the cabinet just to see how it turns out. I won't go to the store a lot of times and buy a whole lot of different stuff to make a meal. I like to use what I have and be creative and see how it turns out. Sometimes those be the best meals, guys. You don't have to go to the store all the time and buy every little item you need to create a meal. Sometimes take a chance and just work with what you have and see what happens. And I just add a little more Italian seasoning, and this don't have any label on it. You're probably saying, what is that? This is sugar, guys. And the reason why I'm using sugar in my spaghetti is to cut some of the acidity of the tomato, because it can make it kind of bitter, fresh, don't have a whole lot of flavor. But if you want to wake up the flavor in your spaghetti sauce, if you add some accent, a little salt, and some sugar, it makes a whole lot of difference, a great difference. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this just to cut down on the acidity of the tomatoes. I'm just gonna stir it up and let it sit and simmer for a few minutes. Here we go. Okay, this is our almost final step. And I'm going to put my meat sauce in with my noodles and mix it up very well.
So right now, this spaghetti, most people will be ready to eat right now, right?
Yes.
All right, are we ready to eat?
No, we're not. because I still have to do one more thing. And I have to put my little secret in here, which is my cream of mushroom soup.
Cream of mushroom soup.
Cream of mushroom soup. This is what keeps it nice and creamy, and it doesn't dry out once I put it in the oven. Because we are making baked spaghetti. It's like, what? Cream of mushroom? Yeah. It's nice and creamy, and it stays that way. Doesn't change anything at all. Okay, now I'm about to prep this dish. I'm gonna spray it with some Pam, and then I'm gonna put my spaghetti in here by layers. Don't that look good, guys?
It looks delicious.
So yummy. And it smells, oh, so good.
So you're going with what kind of cheese?
I'm going with some sharp, and then I'm going with the triple cheese.
You're going with some sharp cheddar and you're going with some triple cheddar.
Yes.
And because you season your noodles, you know the noodles are not just straight white, which is wonderful, which means they got flavor. Straight white noodles usually don't have flavor.
Right. I like for my noodles, my rice, any kind of pasta I'm using to have flavor. That's what make people want to come back for more, and they're like, what in the world? How did you do that? You just did a little different seasoning with your pasta. Now I'm gonna put a piece of foil over this and put it in the oven for approximately 20-25 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'm gonna take the foil off so that the cheese can just toast a little bit. I'm covering it up because I don't want my cheese to turn brown. You see, I'm trying to make a little pocket in there so that the foil don't stick to my cheese. Yes, I'm using the old cookie sheet just in case it bubbles over or anything like that. And I won't have all of that spillage in my oven. Here we go.
And that's at 350.
Yes, 350. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Okay guys, this is our final step. We're taking out the oven. Don't that look yummy?
Miss Lacey can really plate this, but guess what? I can tell you already it is good, good, good. We've had this before. We just wanted to show you how she makes her baked spaghetti. So she's gonna plate it, and y'all should know what this is. Y'all seen cooked baked spaghetti with Miss Lacey. She's busy plating her food right now. But y'all know what this is. This is Feathers and Family Outdoors. Y'all take care of yours.